You know, I'm really getting fucking sick of player points now. They are completely useless, and the only reason that they are being used is for your fucking events. And the only reason you're using them in the events is to generate more profit for Roblox. You know, if the dev exchange is what's causing this, because you have to give all this money to developers, then it's time to start lowering the rates. Because when you look back at the price floor, one of the main reasons they did that was for money and for their dev exchange. So is every update now or every event going to be based around money? And these events now are going down to the point where they're not even events anymore. They're generic fucking games. You look at the clan battle, which just came out. I've been gone for a week. I came back to go play clan battle. First thing I noticed, very fucking laggy. And it's not my computer that does that, because I can run the previous events very well, without lag. But this one, oh no, I am lagging like hell for some reason. So your three generic games that you have are a arena, where you I guess you would call ruins in the middle, and you just hit people with your sword, and I believe you have to get a kill streak of 3 people to get 10 player points. And put it this way, it's worse than sword fighting on the heights. Sword fighting on the heights is better than the Roblox event in 2014. What the fuck is going on? There were more gear in sword fighting on the heights than there was on this melee arena. You had one linked sword, and then if you wanted to buy gear for it, you have let me just check. You have the Dragon Sword or Dragon Heart Sword and Shield, and the Mad Morning Star. Now, that's 2 gear plus the linked sword, and you have to buy 2 of them. So really, there's only 3 gears in this game. That's not a lot for a Roblox event, if you ask me. I'm better off playing sword fighting on the heights and having access to at least 5 swords, rather than 3. 2 in which on here I gotta fucking buy, and 2 in which don't even go on the game. They don't even work. I don't think they've patched it yet. Don't quote me on it, but people were buying gear and they weren't able to use it on the games. What? How is that even possible? How did they, miss this? How did you forget to put the gear in the game? If the gear doesn't work, make sure people can't buy it, otherwise it's useless. What's the fucking point of saying, buy this gear, it will work in the game, you buy the gear, it doesn't work in the game. And in order to find that out, you either have to buy it or you have to go to the forums. And when you bring it up on the forums, all the moderators say is, our team is working on it. But there's no giant warning symbol that says, warning, if you buy this gear, it will not work in the clan battle yet. They want you to buy this gear without you knowing that it doesn't fucking work. Because if you waste your money on it, then you gotta go buy more Roblox cards, you gotta go buy more Builders Club, which generates money for Roblox. And same thing with this stupid fucking player point idea. You gotta spend Robux in order to generate player points. Fuck you. Can I just play an event for once without a giant incentive for money? You look at the 2014 egg hunt. 12 million Robux spent on that piece of shit. It didn't even work correctly. I couldn't even get past the 5th level because of the amount of lag. Most of the eggs would break and I'd have to go from server to server. Some of the eggs were impossible to get, or they were either breaking. Like that. When I made that raging rant about that egg hunt, where I basically I talked about one of the cooperation eggs on I believe it's like CS4. You have to stand on 5 plates, wait for an elevator to come out, and then everybody has to jump on the elevator. Now the thing is, if what you see on your screen may be different than what they see on their screen. So while you're jumping onto the elevator, they're jumping off into fucking oblivion, and then you have to restart it. which means you have to get an extra 5 people to do it, or you all gotta reset. Once you're down there, and once you're past the elevator part, which by the way has no fucking railings on it, you then have to stand on 5 more plates and wait for a door to open. Now, sometimes this door would break. Sometimes the door would take, 5 minutes to open, and people wouldn't be standing on the plates and saying, "Why isn't it opening?" and just jumping off thinking that it's broken. Then once you're through there, you gotta get the same 5 people, hopefully you haven't lost any yet, to stand on 5 more fucking plates, wait for an elevator to come down, and then that elevator takes you up to this blue gem egg, I guess you would call it. It's like a what is it? It's not really a gem, it's more of like a crystal egg. And, well, the thing is, the most frustrating part about that, besides all that, is when you used to get past those doors, if you didn't see a blue dynamic lighting, like an orb around the egg that was like phasing, like it was like no colliding through the blocks. If you didn't see that blue, you were fucked. It means that the thing broke and it wasn't responding, which means you had to go to a new server. And that piece of shit game with those stupid eggs and the stupid concept that you need to get all eggs to advance to the next level got 12 million Robux spent on it, on stupid shit like flashlights so you can actually see what the fuck you're doing in a black cave. Stupid things like this that should already be on the game but aren't. And you see the same thing happening in Clan Battle. Things like the Mad Morning Star and the Dragonheart Sword and Shield should already be on the fucking arena. I shouldn't have to buy it. I shouldn't be restricted to one fucking weapon. Are you guys going to add in more weapons over time? Why didn't you add this stuff in before? If you're going to make deadlines for things and not finish them, then don't even bother making deadlines. Just finish it when it's finished. I don't care how long it takes. If it's an event, everybody's going to play it. People are going to waste their Robux on it. And if it's broken, you're going to piss off people. But then if you go talk about it on the forums, you're obviously poor. If you say, I want more than one weapon, you're poor. You can't afford the gear. I mean, you can't afford, let's see how much they want for this thing. You can't afford 750 Robux for a Dragonheart Sword and Shield. What are you, some poor NBC or fuck? I'm sorry, I can't afford 750 Robux on a sword that is basically a nerfed Dragonheart, or no, a nerfed linked sword, simply so I can play a fucking event that's going to stay around for 2 months. People may say, well, you can use it, later on. How much damage does this thing even do? I honestly don't know how much damage it does. Every gear out there, like every sword out there, doesn't do, I swear, like every sword out there can't go past the amount of damage that the linked sword has. They're either nerfed or they have some sort of special ability. That's it. So all these swords that you see on the catalog are fucking useless. You're better off staying with the linked sword. Unless you get some of the swords from, what is it, Sword Fight on the Heights, then you have some luck. Like the Darkheart is like a beast. But anything else you see on the catalog, anything in 2014 or 13 is a piece of shit in my opinion. So I'm sorry that I can't afford 750 Robux on a game where it won't even fucking work, and the game is only going to be around for a month, and all it is a giant fucking scam for Robux. I'm sorry, I can't do that. But if you bitch about the event, you're obviously jealous, you can't build that event, and all this crap, it's like, you can't complain about these things on Roblox without getting flooded by either the admins saying that they're, that they're trying their hardest, or the people just sticking up for them and saying, it doesn't matter if you're wasting your Robux on something that doesn't work. They're trying their best. If they were really trying their best, they would tell you not to buy the fucking gear if it doesn't work. It's kind of simple. If the gear won't work in the game, don't let people buy it. Don't put it on the promo page for the clan battle. It's simple. Anyway, I'm Closer Ratchins. Thank you for watching. What the fuck did you guys do? I can't even join the game now.